Good afternoon on what is a bright, clear but slightly chilly day. It is Tuesday the 8th of March, back in the Nook with some parcels and a nice hot cup of tea. And the next parcel I'm going to delve into is this one. I've already started opening this one, and I pulled out this, which is SoloQuest, the 3 solo adventures published by Chaosium for use with RuneQuest. But the next thing in this one pulled out, let's have a look. There we go. Back in there is SoloQuest II, Scorpion Hall. Again by Alan Laverne. Scorpion Hall. Somewhere in the forest, a band of scorpion men have their hideaway. Their raids have depopulated the local lands, but the Empire will do nothing. You must locate their lair, then penetrate it to learn their secrets and destroy their centre of power. It will be a near impossible task. But you might fail and die. But if you die, you know that your friends will follow you into the ever-changing world of Scorpion Hall and avenge you. Can you meet this challenge? Solo adventure for RuneQuest. So in the previous in SoloQuest 1, you had 3, so you've got 3 solo adventures in there of varying complexity. In SoloQuest 2, you've got 1 and 1 big adventure with more detail, more flavour, and 543 entries. So it opens up with a nice bit of artwork, sort of like just some brave warrior being encircled by basically some kind of lamia. And so what have we got? We've got a bit of advertising, and so we've got basically other supplements for RuneQuest system available at the time. So there we go. I'll just show you that list there before we get into the introduction. And the introduction says, this is Scorpion Hall, a unique solitaire adventure for the RuneQuest game system. Any Gloranthan or Quest World character may enter, so they put a bit of context. In this scenario, an adventurer, or probably a series of adventures, can explore the habitat of the dread scorpion men without repeating encounters experienced in previous explorations. If a monster is killed, it stays dead. But someone entirely different moves in to replace it. The loot from scragged adventurers will be found on the bodies and in the hands of the scraggers. This adventure is not meant to be played out in a day. Your characters will slightly probe into the ruin deeper with each exploration until the last one comes out at the other end, leaving a trail of dead monsters and fallen comrades. This adventure will test the map-making skill of the player and all the skills of the character. As with any solitaire scenario, this adventure can be used by referee to take players through. However, adventurers should still enter singly. This adventure is not meant for large parties. Welcome to Scorpion Hall. So it's what it says. Okay, this scenario has been designed as a living dungeon, and what it means is it will change as you play it. It's intended for a sequence of characters, one at a time, of ever-increasing strength up to rune levels. At the end, the actions and exploits of each character will cause alterations to the makeup of the dungeon. Possible changes listed include the physical background cannot change. That is, you cannot battle through walls, take doors off hinges, dig. At certain points you may be allowed to modify the building, but any such modifications will be eliminated or repaired by the time the next adventurer arrives. Once eliminated, inhabitants of the dungeon are gone for good. Some of them may have been scared off by your presence alone. Some eliminated residents will be replaced by newcomers. Unless otherwise specified, any inhabitant that is slain is simply not there next time. You may ignore any reference to existence. Okay, this may also change the results of detect spells. Obviously, but unfortunately, the same applies to treasure. Any item removed from the dungeon is not there anymore. Okay, well, obviously, okay, treasure carried into the dungeon and left there may well stay in the dungeon, unless otherwise indicated. All magic items are half the money and gems of a defeated character will remain with the beings defeated them. So yeah, and essentially, and you've got notes on Scorpion Man combat. Which is carrying a hand weapon as a potential for making 2 attacks in the same round, one with a sting, one with a hand weapon. Okay, and it can parry with a hand weapon or shield. But of course, you know, you could take this and run it using this is obviously written for RuneQuest 2 rules, but available as RuneQuest Classic now, but with some alterations, some slight modifications. You could run this using RuneQuest role-playing Glorantha. The systems are not that different. So we get into the actual adventure. Where basically a very old and solid castle sits on the other side of a high hill, basically watching the wooded lands below. As castles go, it's not very large, only 25 meters square. But unless its stories of its past have been wildly exaggerated, it is issued enough unpleasantness for 20 castles of its size. It was originally built by trolls in a rare burst of architectural ingenuity. Now overtaken by scorpions. So you begin wandering through the forest, and you encounter this castle. You want to go investigate. So you've got different characters. There's a hunter 1, hunter 2. Essentially, they are hunting you. And so there's an image of you wandering through the forest and being hunted by something out there. Obviously, the hunter's in this situation. This is used, so as you can see by the markups and the notifications of the damage done. But I mean, thankfully done in pencil. Easily get a good eraser or rubber and go over that and take the pencils off. And basically, to get this back up to reasonable condition, I will need a bit of work going over it. But I mean, overall the book is very nice. I'm definitely not going to complain. And so different stat blocks like that. Very light on illustrations, as you can see. You even get to encounter a slug. And you've got also cave trolls. So you've got a female cave troll and a cave trollkin as well. And I have to say, in comparison to the solo adventure games out at the time, obviously the ones for you would have the Endless Quest ones, and about that time, the most notable ones for here in the UK would have been the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, which would have been released that year, 1982, when this was published. This does, again, very light on illustrations. It's very dry in its appearance. So what else have we got? Strange things. We've got a Twizzer. I don't know what a Twizzer is. And then Shadow Cat skeletons. That can't bode well. That should get the arouse the ire of any good Orlanthi, and definitely any good Yinkini. And we're Black Scorpion Man Guard and a Budog Initiate. So this has been thoroughly played through. Not every page has been visited, but most have. And we have monsters. The Broog, complete with a Broog wife. This sort of lacks illustrations. I mean, Warlock of Firetop Mountain had plenty of illustrations that really fitted the pit. Really nicely illustrated the adventure. Okay. Oh, we've got a riddle here. Riddling contest in there. And overall, nothing very much to look at. It's not very exciting. And we have of all things, Pontius Prophet and Ulia Income. One an ogre male initiate of Eteries and an ogre female initiate of Eteries. Eteries being very accommodating in who she lets into her cult. But yeah, it's not very interesting to look at. So there's not a lot necessarily to show you. Just essentially more entries and more stats, and that's a bit disappointing. And then we have at the end we've got Jeanette, Bugog, Scorpion Queen, and Priestess. So let's see. So basically, presumably you're going to need obviously the core rules. I don't know what else you would need to play through this. Doesn't necessarily see straight off, but I would go essentially core rules, and it probably helps if you've got, obviously Cults of Prax for various for that side of it, and probably Cults of Terror I would suggest, because you've got worshippers of Bugog in there at least. Eteries you may have to search elsewhere, but anyway, that's Scorpion Hall. SoloQuest II for RuneQuest 2nd edition, published in 1982. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, please do click the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, well, penultimately, I will say this is available in print as a collected volume, so all of the 3 volumes of SoloQuest are available in print, basically as one bound volume. And lastly, of course, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a parcel and a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, thank you very much, and I will be back again soon with another unboxing. Bye for now.